Ooh, TikTok ina limona.
I make it sound.
TikTok unomona. Funa ukujaba. TikTok ina limona, guys. Where's that video? Let me go to it again and finish my intro. Hey, where's the TikTok ina limona, guys? I TikTok inomona, shem. Morning, guys. Yes, the TikTok no more, guys. TikTok has jealousy. Is that me? Am I tired already? From that 2 seconds dance. Good morning. Let me fix my mic. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the Morning Glory. How are you guys doing? Let me fix myself. And breathe. And breathe. Are we good? Are we ready to start? Are we ready for a new day? Where's my phone? Okay. Are we ready for a new day? I'm having fruit. I have my water. And I have my coffee. Hello. Good morning. So I know that we started a little bit late today, but it's mainly because I felt like, you know what, it's a Saturday. It's Saturday, right? So I think today, well, there can be some people that are working, but chances are they're going in late or something. So I thought, let me start this live at around 8:15, but I can see that it's 8:20, but it's all good. We here, we happy. And thank you so much for waiting. Let me greet those that are here already. Oh, before I greet, I think it's important for me to start with the right intro, because once this video is saved, you would want to listen to that intro, right? Hey, everybody, Hey, Real Fam. My name is Ntabi, and this is a Real Talk with Ntabi, a channel where you can expect everything empowerment and transformation. So whether it's in your business or in your personal life, I definitely got you. I got you. So consider being a part of this family by subscribing and clicking on that notification bell. All right. Thank you. Alrighty. So let's start with the greetings. Ooh, I look so shiny. So grateful. I'm so grateful that you joined and waited way before 8. I appreciate that you waited. Thank you so much. I know that I'm only starting the live now, but I appreciate your time waiting. And so grateful says the topic is great. I'm glad that you love the topic. Okay, this were my responses. And you starting? I'm so sorry. I only started now, darling. But thank you so much. Morning, beautiful. Did I miss the session? We are just starting, honey. Hi, see boo. I love and appreciate you. Thank you for joining. Good morning, Brenda. It's a good day to have a good day. Holla back. It's a good day to have a good day, honey. Ooh, can you see my energy, man? Can you see my energy? It's a good day to have a good day, honey. Yes. Yes. Okay. So, oh, you like the dance move, honey? Hey, take it. You know what? We were so ready. I overslept. I thought I missed this one. I'm still in my PJs, love. It's all good, honey. It's all good. And I'm glad that I actually started a bit later. Though, of course, we already had someone waiting already. But it's all good. It's okay. Enjoy being in your PJs, honey. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. It's allowed. We need that once in a while, all right? We need that. So this is my quote from my visual board. My presence is my power. Maybe I'll print it in a different font, but does it show? Does it show? Do you see it? Anyway, that's fine. That's all good. Let me start with the conversation. I'm super excited for today. I mean, it's a brand new day, and why wouldn't want to be excited and be happy about a new day? I mean, it's a good day to have a good day, you know? It's a good day to have a good day. And I'm super excited that you are a part of this morning glory and you are really empowered to actually constantly learn. And I appreciate your consistency in terms of being a part of this morning glory. This is an amazing show. And honestly, this is the 5th episode, but I'm definitely seeing transformation and empowerment. I mean, can I brag about yesterday's morning glory? Yesterday we did the digital visual board, and the challenge was make sure that when you do that digital vision board, you have it as your screensaver. Okay, so there's mine. Oopsie, my phone. You know, having greasy phones, like, it's not attractive. So that is mine. That is my vision board as my wallpaper. I see it every second I open my phone. And can I brag about Sibu? Sibu also shared she actually did her digital board, and she shared it with me on her Instagram. And obviously, you know, a vision board is something that you probably don't want to publicize it and everything. So I didn't want to put it on the story or something like that, just to respect her, you know. So basically that's that. Obviously you won't see everything. And I love her quote, and it says that your playing small does not serve the world. So stop playing small, honeys. We are not about playing small. We are taking space. We are taking up space. I mean, even this shirt that I'm wearing, it has to inspire you. All she knows is hustle. So we gotta hustle and work for that dream, work for those things that we wish to accomplish, honey, okay? So yeah, well done to you, Sibu. Thank you so much. And of course, even if you didn't tag me, but you did it, well done to you. If you haven't watched that, please go back after watching this one and check out the vision board one, and yeah, join the challenge. It's a challenge to you, not a challenge to the world, but it's a challenge to you. You can choose to do it or choose not to. It's all up to you. But if you want to be empowered and transformed, you will definitely do it. All right? Okay, we have a message. Ooh, so grateful, says, haha, thank you. It's much earlier here. Time difference. I know, hey, I know. I know, but it's all good. I'm appreciating that you are joining in. And even though the hours can be just, you know, different, but you still are here. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right. So today's topic. Today's topic, we're going to talk about secrets in which you can turn your life around, okay? Secrets for turning your life around. So, I had a grape in my hand, so I was tempted to put it in. Sorry. I have my grapes, and I don't know how I'm going to eat and speak at the same time. But please forgive me. But if you allow me to indulge every now and again, because this is like my snacking breakfast. Yeah, all right. Sure. Good day to have one. Yes, good day to have a good day. All right, so let's write our topic for today. So the topic for today is secrets to turn your life around. Okay, so that is our topic for today. Secrets to turn your life around. You know what? I love this. The way the text displays, but today I'm not loving it because it's hiding my shirt, and if I go up, it will cut my head. But it's all good. I'll just go. Stop and Ntabi, you're crazy. All right, so let's start. I have mine as a screensaver and home screen lock. I love it, honey. I love it. That's the way. So on my home screen, I have it's my plant. It's Grace. I have Grace as my home screen, and I have the visual board as my lock screen. Mainly because if I have it as my home screen, it's like I can't see any text and all that. So when it's on lock, nothing is displaying. So when I log in, you see Grace is filled with so many apps. So that's why I have Grace as my wallpaper. All right. Good morning. You are not late, honey. We just started. We were actually waiting for you. Guys, can we just tell Lidile Hore we were waiting for her? Can we just tell her that we were waiting for you, honey? You just got in right on time, okay? Thank you so much for joining. I love and appreciate you. Alrighty, so you see, we were just about to start. All right, so yesterday I shared a post, and this post was preparation to today's video, and I'm going to share it with you. And cheers to taking up space. Okay, I'll go back to the comments. So I shared that yesterday as preparation for today's conversation, and I put it on my community tab. Sis is now able to post on community tab. Guys, can we work on our channel so that we can get to 1,000? We want to fill up the space in the community tab. All the YouTubers in the house, let's work. Let's make a plan. Let's make a plan to get to that 1K subscribers so that YouTube can open that community tab. We are not worried about getting monetized yet. It's okay. We are a work in progress. I'm not monetized yet, but I'm on 1,000. But let's get the community tab. I think it's just amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna share and then we're gonna go there. Okay. Share the screen. I hope that today what I'm going to share will show, because the other day I shared a screen and nothing was showing, and I was not happy about it. So I'm going to verify on my phone to just make sure that you and I are seeing the same thing. I want to make sure of that. Sorry for taking forever. Honey, why are you taking so long? Sorry. Okay, yes.
For taking forever.
Honey, we are seeing the same thing. So this is the post. I'm sure that you've already read it. So it says just like, okay, this picture. So the post is about this picture, okay? And this is what it says. Just like this picture, sometimes you feel like your life is upside down, not realizing that all you got to do is to turn things around to see clearly. Just like you turned your phone, even if you didn't, you thought about doing it, right? So let's assume that you were looking at this on your phone and you're like, it's upside down. I should actually turn it around and see, right? Now relate this to your life. Your thoughts have so much power, but you ignore them. You don't listen. Instead, you give up before you even try. Just then turn things around. It won't be easy, but it'll be worth it. Anyway, whoever said that it will be easy? Nobody. Who said it's gonna be easy? Nobody. Yes, so that is the message. Let me stop. If I had your ears by singing nobody, please forgive me. Please forgive me. I'm not a singer. All right. So you saw that, right? You understand that, right? So turning your life around can really be something that might be drastic for you, or you might be scared. You might have fears to want to turn things around. But my message to you is that it will not be easy. So just because, things are not working out does not mean they will not work out. So just because something doesn't, like a picture of your life doesn't look that great, that does not mean that picture won't turn around, okay? So for you to turn things around, you have to have a different eye. You have to have a third eye kind of thing. You have to understand that what you might be seeing might not always be the case. You might just need to flip things around. So just because that picture was upside down, what it means is that if I cannot see it clearly, I just need to, turn my phone around and look at it. This is just like life. But of course, life can be looked at in a broader way. But I'm making this example to say that your problems are not that big. If you think your problems are that big, your problems are not that big. And if you think that your problems are bigger than someone else's, trust me, you are lying. You are lying. And something that I also want you to notice, that do not ever, not even think about comparing your problems to another person's problems. Because what happens is that when Thabi has 10 problems and you have you have 2 problems, instead of you dealing or solving your problems, you'll be like, oh, you know what, I'm so much better. Ntabi has just 2 problems, and Ntabi has 10 problems and I just have 2, so I can just be okay with this 2. And then you relax, you don't sort out those problems. It doesn't work like that. Don't compare your problems. Whether someone has bigger problems than you, it doesn't matter. A problem is a problem. It needs to be solved. Got me? I hope you got me. So let's pause and greet those that just came in. Okay, so Lidila said, I'm glad. I'm glad that you're glad, honey. All right. So grateful. Yes, yes, yes. So those that just joined in, Pindile and Juliet. So what we were saying is that can we push to get to that 1,000 subscribers so that we can use that community tab on Facebook? On YouTube. Community tab. I think I love it so much. Like, post a status. Like, I think I posted my 4th or 5th one. Can we get to 1,000? Can we push each other to get to 1,000? Can we do that, please? Let's go. Let's go. Let's create more content. Let's get more people watching. Let's get more people subscribing. God, from our mouth to your ears, please bless us with 1,000 subscribers. Everyone who has a channel. And those that don't have channels, oh Lord, can you just bless them in everything in their lives? Give them more followers, good followers on their platforms. Get them engagements in whatever that they're doing. Okay. Amen. Hey, Pindile. Good morning, Sissy. Good morning. Hey, morning, Juliet. It's like Romeo and Juliet. Hey. Where is Romeo, Juliet? Hey. Where's Romeo? Yes, honey. Good morning, Queen. Yes, we need the community tab. We need to bust our freaking moves. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Can we just please? Yes. Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. All right. Amen. Amen, honey. Amen, sister. Amen. Amen. Amen, Lidile. I'm sorry for spelling your name wrong. Ledile. Is it Lidile or Ledile? But anyway, only if I can hear you say it, I will get it. I get it in Setswana. You can say Lidile, you can say Ledile. So yeah, Padgana hana horki Lidile mo kalapa because ke Setswana. I get it. Okay, let's go back to our conversation. All right, guys. So today we are turning things around, and we're talking about turning your life around. And turning your life around can mean you drastically changing the things that you've been doing, okay? The things that you've been applying in your life that have not been working for you, okay? So for me, I feel like, let me make an example of the things that I got to change in my life. And some of those things that I got to change was how I do things. Like, for example, number one, reading books for me was a nice thing. Buying books was a nice thing to do, but finishing a book was a problem. Can I have a fruit? Finishing a book for me was a problem. So I changed things around and said to myself that I will not start a book and not finish it. And it started with the 5 a.m. club. And now I'm busy reading Return to Love. And I am not going to stop until I finish the book. Because it made me realize that when you start something and not finish it, you are somehow robbing yourself the final product. And it means that your life, you're going to live your life getting shortcuts. So you're going to do things in your life getting shortcuts. And what that means is that you are not going to fully give your attention to something. And it made me wonder, how is my life going to be if I keep doing things and not finish them? If I'm able to do that with a 300 or 400 page book, what does it mean about my mind, my thoughts? When I think about my ideas, am I going to just think and then along the way just stop thinking, or just have the thoughts along the way, not even apply those thoughts? Is that what's going to happen? So turning things around includes you changing your mindset in terms of how you look at things. It can be the simplest activities that you do. For me, one of it is reading, okay? One of it is reading, and also not just finishing a book, but also understanding that I need to read more. I need to read more. You know very well, guys, that on this channel, authenticity rules this channel. Being authentic and being yourself and being the true version of yourself. So in each and every video that I do, the aim is for you to find yourself within that video and find the best version of yourself. Not the best version of Nthabi that you can replicate, but the best version of you. That's why I'm saying here we are authentic, we keep it real. That's why it's called Real Talk with Ntabi. I think, when you often do something, people now get to understand, okay, so now I get why the name Real Talk with Ntabi. So we're keeping it real, okay? That's how we are. So now, this is something that I realized about myself, okay? I don't think I'm bad when it comes to speaking English. I don't think I'm bad when it comes to be like to speak English and to articulate words. But I feel like there's still a lot of work that I need to do, because I often watch my videos. There are people that do not watch their YouTube videos or any video, or like if maybe they were speaking at an event, they don't watch that. I watch the videos that I make. Like, you see this video that we're doing, I'm gonna watch it from start to finish after I have posted it. It can be after a day or even immediately after this. If I have the time, I actually watch it. And often what I've realized, throughout me recording videos, I would realize that I have words that I could have said, differently. And then immediately when I say that word, I'll be like, oh, Ntabi, you should have said this here. You should have said that. So I thought about it, and I'm like, you know what? And I started looking at, okay, like I would communicate with my husband. He's very well spoken. And I could pick up that, you know what? I'm not, like, I feel like my English needs to be a bit polished. And even how I say word, even how I use words in a sentence sometimes. And there is nothing wrong. I mean, I went to school, guys. I don't need to go back and get my change. I went to school and I was in a debating team, meaning we were debating in English and all that. And also I went to tertiary, like I managed to get my qualifications and all that. But I've realized that there is that lack that I need to really do. And for me to turn things around, to turn my way of speaking, I need to constantly read. And how I read, often especially if I'm alone in my office, or if I'm alone in what I'm reading in bed or whatever, I would sometimes read out loud so that I can hear myself pronouncing words. Because often I would be reading and then pronunciation can be just, and I just pass without pronouncing the word right. So that is something that I'm turning around, and I believe that a year from now, you will see a difference. You will actually hear the difference when I speak. You will see that, no, there's a bit of change, and that's what I'm doing. And there might be something in your life that you want to polish. There might be your way of doing something. And this can be the simplest thing, like, how you manage your time, how you do your tasks at home, how you do your tasks when it comes to work. It can just be anything. How you do your videos, maybe. How you, how you present yourself on camera. It can be anything. So for you to turn your life around, you need to look at these things and polish them, and until you get to that level where you're fine, okay? All right, so let's read the comments. Sibu says, Ish, my biggest problem is that I get bored quite quickly. So I need to keep motivated to be able to remain consistent. You know what? The fact that you're saying that you get bored quickly, it means that, Sibu, there is something that you might not be doing wholeheartedly, that you are passionate about or that you love, okay? So how you do your videos. The other day I watched a video of you and your sister when you guys reviewed how to get away with murder, and it was a fun video. It was very fun, and you had videos about talking about your experience in China and all that. I enjoyed those videos, and my question that I have for you is the kind of content that you create. Do you just create content because it's something that you feel like doing on that day, or do you have some kind of a structure of what you want to do? Is there one thing that you're more passionate about doing? Because I know for a fact that you love being on YouTube. You are very well spoken. Your camera personality, confidence is there. So my main question is that what's that thing that you would wake up every day and stand on camera and talk about? I think if you can identify that and master that, you can make it work. And creativity will just come and it will flow whichever way. It's same as a career. Me being a designer, when I chose to be a designer, I knew for a fact that I'm going to be creative. And being a designer, it's just a word. You are a designer. Being a YouTuber is just a word. You're a YouTuber. So if you know that, okay, as a YouTuber, this is what I love and this is what I'm passionate about, you will start looking at many ways to make it unique, creative ways to make it fun, creative ways to keep us focused and paying attention to your channel, right? So that is something that I want you to think about, because being bored is a problem. If you say you're going to be bored, it means if you're going to happen to want to, okay, if it happens, you see, this is me fixing how I speak. If you happen to create a video and you happen to be very bored on that day, you're like, you know what, I just have to keep consistent. We're going to see it on camera. We're going to see it on camera. So you need to be in it. You need to be fully in it. Born with both hands and legs and head. All in hand, all in. Okay, let's move on. Pindi says, being a true version of yourself. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Please, can we just stick to that? Can we just make it ring? Be the true version of yourself, not anyone else but yourself. Thank you. So guys, just before I continue, today is Saturday. So this is, call it a happy hour. So we're going to go on. And if maybe after an hour, there's still more engagements, we keep going, okay? So let's allow ourselves to engage. If of course you've got something to do, it's okay. But if we're still engaging and there's still more to talk about, maskulumeni, let's have this talks. Let's, do the things that make the things happen. Finishing what you start in life is super important. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Yes. Ledile is agreeing. Yes, ma'am. Finish what you start. Finish what you start. Because if you do not finish what you start, guys, wait. I just picked up something. Can you see something that is common to today's conversation? Did you see the picture that I just showed you about an upside down picture? Look at Lidila's picture on her profile. It's upside down. So let's assume that you want to see her properly. What will you do? You will turn it around so that you can see her face properly, right? So this is what we're talking about, to say, even with your life, you got to turn around, like turn things around. Sometimes it doesn't have to be that difficult for you to see. Maybe you're looking at her makeup because, hey girl, the face bit is on point, the lipstick, honey, do you see that? The glow. So you were like, I want to see it properly. I want to see how you're going to turn things around, okay? So it's the same thing as life. If you don't see clearly, you would want to have another angle. Look for the light. Somehow wait for the sun to shine and then look again and you're like, now I see. So yeah. Okay, let's read another comment. Pindi says, glad that you are able to assess yourself and see that you need to improve your English. But your English is great to us. And also articulate yourself well. And you also articulate yourself well. You are able to drive your point home. I need to have a sip. Conversations that make me blush. Thank you. Thank you. That makes me feel so good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Pindi. I appreciate that. You are quite well spoken yourself, and yeah, I love it. Juliet, yes, I agree. 100%, my queen. 110%. Yes. Sibu says, I think with YouTube is a case of wanting to do more, but not being able to because of lack of equipment. Because I have a plan and vision of what I want my content to be and look like. Oh, that's beautiful. All right, that's okay. I understand that. But still, having said that, my advice to you is work with what you have. I, for one, have no complaints about your videos. I feel like your videos are on point. Guys, can we go to Sibu's? I'm going to go to Sibu's channel and show you her videos. She's going on about okay, I would understand that, okay, obviously you would want to improve your quality and all that, which is okay, Sibu, which is okay. I'm looking for Sibu's channel, which is okay. Okay, Sibu, Sisiwe. Sibu, I can't spell your surname. I have to come there. So guys, I'm gonna go to, all right, I'm gonna share the screen and show you Sibu's channel, okay? And so this is Sibu's channel. These are her videos, and I'm just gonna pick one video that she did. This is from 5 months. Okay, by the way, she likes purple. Purple is her favorite color. Something is wrong with my network.
So if you are a newbie and you are in the right place, you're not lost, just click the like button, just click that subscribe button. Don't go anywhere. If you are an oldie, then you know that you are still an OG gang all together with the new subscribers. We're growing together. And
so this is a video that she did yesterday. Okay, I'm gonna skip.
If you're new to this channel, my name is Sisiwe Mkete from Durban, South Africa. Okay, and if you are an OG, then guys, thank you again for tuning in. This is a bonus video from me.
All right, so that's enough. So what I wanted to do is to show, let me put my mic back. What I wanted to do was to show the content that Sibu is doing. And the quality is amazing. But I understand when you say that you have a certain level of how you would want things to happen. But my advice to you is that that should not stop you from being consistent. Number one, the quality of your videos are amazing. The only thing that I would want to look at is the cover of your intro. We will talk about that. I feel like you can juice it up a little bit. It's beautiful, it's nice and short, but that is something we can talk about later. You can DM me and I'll chat to you about it. I mean, from a designer's perspective. So yeah, but that is another story for another day. And then your quality is amazing. Your confidence is amazing on camera. You are very well spoken. You are very well spoken, girl. Like your English is on point. Your way of like, often when I watch your videos, I'm just going like, hey, English, gosh, God, can you just give me a head time? All right, so my point is you can get equipment later. So just work with what you have. So far, what you have is enough. If you can look at other YouTubers that are just using whatever that they have, but the quality is not even better than yours. Yours is like way beyond. And I don't know whether you're using a phone or a camera, but whatever that you're using is on point, okay? It's on point. Guys, I'm hoping that, I hope that my network is not buffering, because I can see that on my screen, it's showing me that my network is a bit unbalanced. Yeah, the bandwidth is a bit low there and there, but yeah. Hi, Sibu, we spent so much time on your status. Let's go to the next one. Juliet, is smiling. She's happy. Lidila, exactly. You see, that's your picture is relevant for this content. It's relevant for today's conversation. I'm born. Your profile picture should actually be our thumbnail. I agree with Pindile. Your English is beautiful. Okay, thank you. Sibu says, that's encouraging, Tabi. Thank you. I will send you my new intro that I'm working on long. I sugar with the same English wise. Girl, English yako. Sibu's English, guys. Yo, hey. Well, not the training, but she trains. But her sister trains more, guys. Her sister, I'm gonna share again. Sibu's sister trains, honey. Like her English is, let's share that. I wanna hear the sister's English. Listen to the sister. Listen to the sister.
Emotionally involved. Yeah. Into areas like that's my sister.
Hey, honey.
I'm very objective.
Like
that.
Yes, girl.
Talk about Cicely Tyson.
Yes, honey.
God. Can there ever be any actress, any black woman actress as amazing as Cicely Tyson? Guys, she plays the main character.
Okay, that's enough, girl. That's enough, girl. Yes, these Zulu girls are making me now do this content around them. Our English, I know. You and your sister, hi, man. Your sister has the twang, honey, has the twang. But I love it. I love you guys. I love you. You must tell her that I love her. Right? Actually, you must make her watch this video. Don't watch it together. Make her watch so that she can increase my watch time, so that she sees that I said I love her. Sibu's sister, I love you, honey. I'm using my phone for editing and filming. Look at that. For a minute there, I thought you were using a camera, girl. You see my point exactly. You are on point. Keep going. The best camera is what you have in your hand. This deserves a sip of a drink. Can louder, please, Brenda. Louder. Louder now. Can we just? My Cameroonian woman is telling you like it is. The best camera is what you have on the hand. Start with what you have. Start small. Think big. It's a matter of time. The universe will open up. Hey now. I'm loving this. I love such conversations. I love. Yes, honey. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for saying that, Brenda. It's so true, and I totally agree with you. Let us start with what we have. Start where you are with what you have. Can I read this again? The best camera is what you have in your hands. Start with what you have. Start small. Think big. It's a matter of time. The universe will open up. The universe will open up. Yes. Yes, honey. Oh, such conversations makes me, hi. Yeah. Thank you, Brenda. Yes, darling. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you. Thank you indeed. I can't believe that I enjoy this conversation and I don't want to leave. Don't leave. Please don't leave unless you have to go work and make the coins. Then you can leave, okay? If you have to go and make the money, the mullah, Sabenza girl, you see my shirt, it says, all she knows is hustle. If you gotta go hustle, honey, then I can allow you to go. But if you're gonna go make breakfast, take your phone and make breakfast while you are watching. You see? I'm also, ooh, did I just chew that? Sorry. Make breakfast while you're watching. So please don't go. Remember, you are a part of this content. Your picture, imagine if, guys, Ledila can't go because her picture is upside down and we're talking about turning things out. So maybe a miracle will happen. By the end of this video, her picture will just go like this. So you can't go, honey. You can't. Emotional blackmail. Lo, I'll tell her. Yeah, please do. Please do. These conversations are important, sis. I look up to every morning. Oh, thank you, Brenda. Thank you so much. And when you say that, it makes me get so much joy, because yesterday when I posted about the fact that it was already Friday, and I was like, oh my word, so it's already Friday. Just thinking of the fact that we started the morning glory on Tuesday, and I'm so filled with so much joy with how it's so amazing and empowering, and the conversations that we have here. As much as I would start a topic and then we would engage, but the conversations that comes within this are really powerful. From the day it started until today, there's just so much power, and I can't help but be amazed and be grateful. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Sibu says, I look up to every morning as well, Brenda. I'm addicted to Ntabi and the morning glory. Yeah. I'm happy, guys. I'm happy. If you are addicted and happy with this, I'm more than happy. All right. So now, I think we have really went in too much on how we felt about certain things, and obviously having a beginning where we turn things around, and I'm loving the conversations. Now let's get to another point. Call it a secret. Well, I believe that the reason why I'm saying secret on turning things around, because I believe that the fact that something that you want to achieve, something that you want to do, it's somehow trapped inside of you. You are not talking about it. I feel like it's a secret. And that secret can only be discovered if you start having a conversation with yourself. If you start applying certain things that you wish to accomplish and make sure that you put them out there. All right. So this important point that I want you to take note of when it comes to you turning your life around is taking care of yourself, taking care of your health. And I'm using the health factor mainly because, and I will always use it because it's really important. I will not lie, I don't exercise almost every day. I wish I could. There are times when I just do that. I exercise every day. There are times when I, tell myself that every day I'm either going to run, I'm either going to skip or something. But I'm not even hard on myself even when I do it, because I know when I do it, okay? And I realized so much more, I think, from last year to this year, that my health really matters. And taking care of my health better is really a way to go. I am not worried about my weight. Yes, I have the babais. Maybe I want to get rid of the babais, but I'm not really worried about my body. I am working on my body. Do I have a big tummy? Do you want to see my tummy? Okay, that's the mic. Don't wonder what's that. So I still have, a bit of a tummy, bigger than a tummy that I would want to shrink a little bit. I have a very soft skin where I feel like I would need to really work on tightening my core, so that if I, wear something that is, I can just look fine. But I am not hard on myself. I am not hard on myself. I love and appreciate myself as I am. I appreciate this spetches. We call them spetches in South Africa. I don't know, in Cameroon, in Nigeria, wherever, what it's called. Like the love handles, yes, the love handles and whatnot. But I'm working on myself, and I eat the best way possible, eat right, This month, I challenged myself to not eating meat. I haven't touched meat. I got tempted. Okay, before I continue, guys, let's say bye to Lidile. She has to go. Okay, it's fine. I have to leave. Okay, we love you. We appreciate you. And thank you for joining. Love you lots and have a productive, blessed day. And make sure you coin it, honey. Bring that moolah. We want that moolah, okay? We want to see you prosper. We want you to achieve anything that you wish for. So whatever that you're going to be doing on this day, enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. All right. So let me read the comments. Since well that I'm here, let me read the conversations, the comments, and because I get so jealous when I'm busy talking and then I see the comments. Okay. So bye. Bye, Lidile. We'll see you. Brenda says, hope is everything. Knowledge is underrated. I actually learned and unlearned a lot of things. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. I agree with you. Hope is everything. So we have to be hopeful at all times. Knowledge is so underrated. Knowledge is important. Every day is an opportunity to learn and unlearn. And it's okay to understand that what you had learned yesterday is not actually the same as what you're going to learn today. Things might have changed after a while, so you might need to adapt to new changes. All right. Have a blessed day. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, yes. Let's give her some love. Blessed day to you. Please don't undress in front. Stop it, Pindi. I was not undressing. I was not undressing, Pindi. Let me hide this. Pindi, I was not undressing. The whole point was to show that I still have kabanyana that I need to get rid of. You see? Yeah, that's what I was trying to show. So it's not doing the things. So what you were seeing is this wire here. So I'm not undressing. You see? It's safe. We are safe, honey. What do you mean you are tempting us? What does that mean? Hey, wena. Yazi yangisukela mara Pindi. Upindi yangisukela, guys. Pindi is sugeling me. Good vibes all the way, Brenda. Good vibes. Yes, nam yahleka Upindi. How? Oh, am I tempting you to also take off your clothes and show your hungry stomach, your six pack? If I'm tempting you to show your six pack, show it, honey. Show it. Show that six pack. Some of us, we don't even have one pack. But we keep working on it, okay? Oh, wow. I'm loving this conversation. Cheers to learning and unlearning a lot, Brenda. Yes, yes, yes. Learning and unlearning. Learning and unlearning is the way, guys. Learning and unlearning. Wow, that was a good laugh. That was a good laugh. I'm having my last grape. They are now finished, so I won't be there was water in there. I won't be disturbing you eating while talking. Okay? So let's continue. Yo, Brenda. Not Brenda, man. Pindile. You make my morning. Guys, we deserve a good laugh. You know, having a good laugh is good. I'm sure you guys laughed your lungs out. Ne? Like, it's good to laugh. Or maybe when this day started, you didn't laugh. So I hope you got a good laugh with that one. Oh, wow. I'm loving this. So going back to that point of taking care of your health. So basically what I'm trying to say is that I have a story to tell when it comes to living a more healthier life and really turning things around. And this happened when I got, oopsie. Okay, you are tempting us. Some of us have not made covenant with our eyes. We don't want to get into fire on you, fire. Father, in the mighty name of Jesus, I pray for this child. I pray that you shower her with blessings. May you just, take away the sin, because we cannot accept this fire. The devil is a liar. Oh my word! Stop it now! You're making me laugh and laugh. No, Pinky. You're saying it's a girl. Yo. So this is my story. Let me type it out and say, okay, no, it's fine. Let me just say it. Fine. Guys, whenever I need to get to the next point, you guys. I can't deal. Fire, my wrist. I cannot. Guys. I can't. No. Brenda, no. Stop it. Guys, no. I'm even crying. I know. My ribs can't take it anymore as well. A good love indeed is a good day to have a good day. Oh yeah, for the vibes. Oh, thank you, Brenda. I know, Shem. My ribs and my head, it's also feeling it. The laugh is just, I can't. I received the fire. Wow. Receive and stop making us laugh so hard, because now I have a headache. Yo, girl. Sylvie says my ribs can't take it anymore. Yo, hi guys. I need water. Yo, hi. Hi, you guys. You guys are funny, but I love you so much. I love you more for making me laugh so hard. Yo. Yeah, man. Yes, receive that fire. Receive. Wow. Okay. Wow. Thank you guys for that laugh. Okay, can we now concentrate? Yo, ngaze ngahleka bo. Ngaze ngahleka. Oh. Zulu say it that way. You know, Zulu is so nice, guys. I love Zulu. Oh, ngaze ngahleka. Oh. Hey, oh, unjani. Oh. All right. So let me tell you my story. This is a story that I've shared a couple of times on my videos. This is a story that I spoke about when I decided to quit or resign from my job. Sorry, excuse me. This is a story that you might not know, but I think if you've watched a couple of my videos, you would have picked it up, okay? So when I decided to resign from my previous job, this was influenced by certain changes in my life. And one of those changes was me not taking care of my health. I was surviving on energy drinks to a point where an energy drink, to me, it was just like me drinking water. So I would just get to the habit of being addicted. In the morning, when I got to the office, I would go to the vending machine, get a dragon. You know that energy drink, dragon? That used to be my drug. Lunchtime, I go to the vending machine, get a dragon. Later around your 5 p.m., because I would work sometimes until 6 or 7, I would buy another energy drink. So in a day I would have 3 or even more, because sometimes when I get home I have to look on my IL Designs company work, because I couldn't do my private stuff at home. So at work. So I had to obviously make sure that when I get home, if I have freelance work that I need to do, I look into that. And I also have to cook. I have to make sure that the house is on point and right? So that's what I used to do. Now, that really caught up with me, because I also now didn't have time to exercise anymore. So I used to like sometimes make a plan, like lunchtime, I would go for a maybe 5 kilometer run for that hour break. I would do that. And then lunch, I would have it on my desk. So we had bathrooms, obviously. So I would always bring stuff like my toiletries so that I can freshen up. I mean, I don't want to take a shower and then go back to the office smelling of sweat. So I would freshen up in the bathroom, and then, or sometimes I would run after work. So whatever that could actually work for me at the time, I would do it. But it was not sustainable, because I tried it. It worked sometimes, and then I kept going, but it didn't work throughout. Okay. So I ended up not being consistent anymore in terms of exercise, because I had canceled my membership at the gym, because I was like, I'm paying for gym, but I'm not always there. So it means that my money's going and I'm not benefiting anything. So that was my challenge. And come to think of it, I really miss gym. I know I love working out from home, but I honestly miss gym. I used to go to the one in Sandton, Virgin Active. And I also went to Planet Fitness in Four Ways when I used to work in Four Ways. I miss gym. I can be an independent person in terms of exercising, but I definitely miss gyms. Like gym, I miss all those machines, the spinning classes. I miss all of that. Okay. So now, when my doctor told me that I've got symptoms of stroke, and this is what happened. So what had happened was that I started having headaches. And those headaches were very severe, to a point where my right side of the face was just too painful, to a point where I just could not cope in terms of the headache and the pains and all that. And when I consulted and went to the doctor, he told me that I've got symptoms of stroke. So the fact that I was not feeling this side of me, and I was feeling a bit of pain, whatever, headaches and all that, it means that I was just not coping. I was not resting enough. I was not getting enough sleep. I was not eating right. I was not taking care of my body. I was just on survival mode. And at the time, I was 32 or 32 to be exact. Yeah, 31, 32. Yes. I think 32, because when it happened, I was like, no ways. I can't be 32 and having symptoms of stroke. I cannot find myself in a hospital having to call my mom to say, Mom, I'm in the hospital because I've got stroke or whatever. What will that do to my mother? And I was like, no ways. I can't leave like this. I need to change things around. This cannot be me. This cannot be me, honey. I need to do things differently. And one of those things was obviously changing my way of doing things, eating. I mean, my husband and I would really buy energy drinks in the 6-packs and put them in the fridge and sometimes have them as just like a drink. And I just couldn't anymore. I couldn't do that anymore. I couldn't have that. I couldn't have that anymore. I had to stop. I had to stop. Okay, let's greet Bree. Bree just joined in. Hey, honey, thank you for joining the next hour. If it happens that we go on for another hour, it's okay. It's a Saturday. If you're available, let's chill and chat. Thank you for joining. And yes, this is scary, honey. It's scary. It really scared me as well. It really scared me because I was also like worried that, hey, no. If things are gonna go on like this, it's not gonna be good for me. I cannot. I really needed to change things around, and we stopped on energy drinks, and I started trying to exercise more. And one of the biggest decisions was to either pause on my company work or resign from where I was, because I felt like that it was just too much for me, and like things were just no longer okay for me. And I was like, okay, what is my priority? What legacy am I building? What is more important? Trust me, at the time, both of them were important. I mean, at the time, I had just finished building a home for my family. At 10, is it a 10? I don't know if it's 10 or 11 rooms. It's 11-room house, big house at home. And the house needed to be furnished. The house needed tiles. The house needed paint and all that. So the house was done at the time. But remember that before I resigned, I kept procrastinating and asking myself, how am I going to be able to continue helping my family? How am I going to be able to pay for the home loan that I took? How am I going to continue doing this and that? So it was a difficult thing because I needed both the income from my business and I needed the income from from my day job. Okay. Why am I needed both incomes, and they really were helpful because there was a good balance. I could still do certain things. I could still take care of my family and home and all of that. So even the car that I used to have, we had to get rid of it because we had to now find a balance to say, can we afford 2 cars? And we had to take a decision. So I'm sorry, guys, a lot of things needed to really turn around. And sometimes turning things around in your life would mean that you need to sacrifice certain things. I mean, I think this week, when it began on our morning shows, guys, on our morning shows, we talked about sacrifices and understanding that there will be things that you might need to sacrifice at some point. So we had to do something. And when you lose a job, when you have a business, when you have jobs, when you lose one job, it means that like there's a certain amount of money that is no longer there. You can't do certain things that you used to do. And remember, at the time, what happened was that when I started building the home, I even forgot that there's shops where I could just go and, get myself a perfume, get myself a pair of jeans, or nice things. I like being ninja, in Zulu bathi ninja izinto, so that you can get somewhere. So I was denying myself, like I was just denying myself buying things that I love, buying things that I want for me, for my self-care, for my self-love, so that I can sacrifice for my siblings and obviously at home. Because at the time, yes, my sister was also still doing her qualification in business and marketing. So I also needed to take care of her. So it was just a lot. I just couldn't do much for myself. And imagine just when the house is done, that's when I need to now start taking care of me and doing the things that I love, going on those vacations and all that. And then what happens? I get to that moment where I lose the job. I have to take a very difficult decision, make a difficult decision, which is resign from that job. And I resigned. But resigning from that job really meant that, okay, there's money that I'm losing. So where I thought that my breakthrough was going to come in terms of me now focusing on me and just doing me and not worrying much about my family, staying in a shack for over 30 years. I mean, guys, my family and I stayed in a shack for the longest time. And when you're growing up, when you have that feeling of wanting to hit a wall, when it rained, there was a time before our shack was revamped. I remember when it rained, like when it used to rain, you would, even if there's like a bit of wind, you would even see the wind blowing, and then the roof, the shack roof wall, you can even see the outside. That's how bad it was at some point. And then the shack was revamped when I was graduating. So during my graduation, there was an option to do the graduation at a venue or at home. And I was like, there is no way that I'm gonna have the celebration at some venue. I'm gonna have the celebration at home. I'm gonna be there with my family, and that is a place where I used to study. That is a place where this graduate came out from. So every time after, when it's recess from my from tertiary, when I went home before I graduated, when it's recess, I went back to that home. When I had to prepare for exams and I just couldn't be obviously at my commune where I used to stay, I would be home. So it means that I would study in that shack. So nothing was stopping me from celebrating myself in that place. And because a lot of people came to support me, my friends and all that, I was like, I will not take them to a venue. They need to be here with me. I am proud of where I came from. And the fact that I am my background, because I changed the narrative from saying that I am not my background, but I twisted things around to say I'm actually my background, because it is that background that made me to be the person that I am. It is that background that turned things around for me. So there is no way that I can deny myself God's blessings and appreciate the journey, because I believe that someone out there doesn't even have a house, doesn't even have a shelter. Someone stays under the bridge, and I was privileged to even have that shack, even when it rained. And I cannot question God's way. I cannot question God's way, even though at times I used to question things like, why are we still living in a shack? Why, what, my parents, why didn't they? No, that is not my problem. That is not my problem. My problem was to focus on passing, because they invested money in me. They managed to do whatever that I can so that I can get to school. So I had to turn things around and select myself. But I believe that God chose me to be the change that I want to see in my family. So I believe that God chose me, and I had to turn things around at home. And look at it now. Now it's a testimony, which is a blessing to me. And I believe that this can be an encouragement to someone to say, you can turn things around. Just because things didn't work out yesterday does not mean they won't work out. And just because things worked out yesterday and today, you find yourself in a bad space, it does not mean it will end there. My quote that says, I have seen what hard work can do, and I know what more it can and will do, really means that. Really means that whatever that you were able to do, it means that there's still so much more that you can do. So I believe that my blessings are happening right now. I believe that God's blessings are endless. And the blessing that I think God is blessing me with now, is nothing compared to what's more that what more what more he's still gonna do. If this video was edited, I was gonna crop that, but yeah, you get me. So let me pause. I think I'm going deep. Let me pause because yeah, the comments, I'm getting that FOMO. I want to read. Let me read the comments. Don't make me cry now. I'm seeing tears. Don't make me cry. I'm seeing tears in the comments. All right. So the first one, oopsie. What's happening now? I can't press your comments. Okay, there you are. I'm absorbing all your sayings and I can't imagine. It's so scary. I know, honey. I know it's very scary. But there is a way. I needed to really change things around. But I'm glad that an energy drink to me now, I can have it when I feel like I kind of need it, but it's not a must. It's not a must. So it's all good now. Congratulations on building the house. That's my life story. Ah, that's so beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I'm glad that I'm able to tell your story in my story. And I always say this, I have also this quote that says, your story might not be my story, but through our stories, there's so much more we can learn. And I think I have that on one of my quotes. So on Instagram, I have a page called RealTalkWithNthabi Quotes. I haven't posted much on that video, but if you have interest, you can go and check it out. RealTalkWithNthabi Quotes. And I promise I will really start posting more because I think having such quotes is really helpful. You know, sometimes you generate your own quotes based on your life story and something that is happening. So I'm glad that I'm telling your story in my story. Love it. Thank you also for sharing your story about your health. It's a warming to us. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Brenda says, this is more of reawakening to me. It's quite sad how we work so hard that everything comes first except our health. That is so true, Brenda. And what happened to me is that when this happened, I started questioning myself to say, we work so hard. We work so hard and do so much work, give ourselves to work and really allow ourselves, our bodies to just dive into work. And we work out so much for money. We want more every time. So it's like even after getting a promotion, you are already on your next position. You are already on your way to getting more bigger position. Like you want to do better. And it's okay to want to do better each and every day and improve in your life. But what we forget is that we want so much more, and we forget and neglect this important thing or this important person, the body, the mind, the soul. We forget about that. And that is where we need to be strong so that we can handle everything else. I mean, it's sad. Imagine if you had to work so hard for the money and have every money in the world, but still not be able to enjoy your money. Instead, the time when you're supposed to enjoy your money, you will be in your deathbed or you will be in hospital, spending that money on medication, on you being treated because you are sick and your health is not in check. When you could have invested a portion of your life in terms of living healthy and somehow finding a healthy balance. And we neglect that, but it's very important. And I'm talking about this now, and it makes me realize that, you know what, I need to start building a culture in my family to say, my husband, in a week, we have to at least exercise 3 times. There has to be something that we're doing. In terms of food, I'm not worried because I prepare the food. Often I know, okay, we have healthy food, and if we can adopt that and make sure that we are consistent in that, that is the way. And that is a culture that I think you guys can also adopt if you haven't already. I mean, I've seen Brenda on her channel. I've seen her waking up in the morning, I think, with her partner, and they would go for a walk and all that. So you see, those routines are really important. And if we can strike a balance, guys, we will somehow live a healthier, more fulfilled life. So we really need to do that for ourselves and for the sake of our well-being. So thank you so much for that. When you drank water, I ran to the kitchen. Yes, I like it. I like it. I like it. Grab your water, drink. Drink your water, honey. Water is important. Make sure. And the reason why I keep water in a water bottle like this is because it really pushes me to drink water. So when you don't see water anywhere, chances are you won't drink it. So at least if you keep it in a water bottle, you will somehow have, drink it more. So I'm glad. I'm glad. Well, Nthabi, your story is so inspiring. You are the one for me. I am you and you are me, honey. Okay, thank you. I appreciate. I appreciate. Bree says, you are such an inspiration. We are not crying, right? We are not crying. Thank you so much, Bree. I appreciate. If you can be inspired from my story, trust me, I'm happy. I'm happy. And that's what I'm doing. I'm aiming to empower and to transform. I'm aiming to inspire you and to help you see yourself in my story. So thank you. Yabona uphinde uzomkhalisa, guys. Pindu's gonna make me cry. I'm seeing tears, tears, tears. Okay, let me read. Don't make me cry, honey. Please don't make me cry. Tears are literally falling down my face. Ish. You see now? Let me not say much now. Everything you are saying, it can resonate. Wow. The stuck, leaking roof, building a family home. Wow. Actually, I think I can relate. And I think one of your videos, when you spoke about how you were drowning, how you were not okay, I think this was in your first marriage when things were just, or was it before? There's a picture that you shared. Guys, I'm encouraging you to, I don't remember the name of the video again, but I'm encouraging you to watch that video. Pindi was not looking great. She was so skinny. She was not okay. And even what she was, you could see that she's just in a dark space. And I think I can, relate to what you're saying. And I think your story is also powerful in terms of how you got to turn things around. And I'm glad that we have people like you right now who can even attest to really being transformed and turning things around. And I remember when I watched that video, to me, I was like, you know what? It's not over when God is in it. I have this cousin of mine, Bongi, Bongi Mtombeni. He once sang this song. I don't know if he has the video on his platform. So I'm hoping that if it's there, I can play it. I can play it from her Instagram. But I doubt if I'll get it. But I'm going to try to check anyway. So basically, that song says, but I can check it on YouTube, man. It says it's not over. It's not over. Okay, it's not over. When God. Yeah. So the song is by Israel and New Bleed, I think. So the song says, it's not over. It's not finished. It's not ending. It's only the beginning when God is in it. Something like that. I'm not a good singer, so I'm hoping that you know that song. And I think this is a beautiful song. Oh, and my ads were YouTube. But it's okay, guys. When I get ads one day, please don't skip. Let's see. I want to speak life over you today. Yes, this is the song. I want you to understand. So I don't want to be demonetized, but I think it's not finished. It's not ending. It's only the beginning when God is in it. All things are new. Yes, that's the song. It's not over. And I think Pindy's story is a testimony to say it's not over. Please go watch that video, guys. Watch that video and you will be empowered. Me seeing that shack at home, I knew that one day, guys, there used to be rats. You see rats because it's a shack and sometimes you have holes. When we are sleeping, you hear that tsuki 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 rats. You don't know how they got in the house. When you're sleeping, you want to make sure that your legs are covered. You don't want a rat to bite your leg. Hey, guys, my God. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, oh Lord, like, really? Did one go through that? Yo, guys, God is amazing. God is amazing. And this song is really saying that it's not over. Thank you for sharing, Pindi. Please, my dear, what is a shack? So sorry. I have been trying to understand. Okay, my goodness. All right. So, Brenda doesn't know what a shack is. Brenda, a shack is that a house that is built with, you know what? I'm going to look for that picture. I'm going to look for a picture on my channel quickly that I shared. I'm hoping that I'll find it. Of a shack that guys, I share a lot of pictures on my platform. But as I'm talking to you right now, I'm going to scroll and check if I can find that picture so that you can see what a shack is. So a shack, if you can even Google a shack, it's a house built with this stainless steel thingy, sank. I don't know, a sank. You know what a sank is? If you know what a sank is, you will have an idea. So it's not a house that is built with bricks, but it's just built with those sanks, which you would need to, I guess, be more extra cautious when it rains. You know that you will hear every sound of the rain. When it's cold, you would feel all the cold. When it's when it's hot, you will feel all the heat again because it really attracts the heat. It attracts the cold. Yeah, no, it's not so great. It's not so great, but it's a home. You can find ways. There are still people that live in that. And right now, I see that what's happening is that you see containers that are now popular. Like now, people are building containers, like homes with containers. They are no longer really building like houses. They're using containers, but those ones are quite stronger than the sink that one used to stay in. So it's quite different, and they somehow I think modernizing, is it the word? Modernizing the current what containers. So I guess it kind of looks more modernized, and it's a bit better, it's stronger, so there's a way of how they've done it, I guess. So but what I'm trying to say is that there is what those I'm losing my train of thought, those containers that I use, but it's totally different from where I used to stay. And I'm hoping to get that picture. I'm still scrolling. I'm still scrolling to check. If I see it, I will definitely show it to you. So that one thing that I'm appreciative of, guys. Oh, yes, I got it. 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 Yes, I got it. So I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to share the shag so what I'm going to share, what you're going to see is when I started building. So let's see if you are seeing the same thing. Let me go to YouTube. I just want to make sure that you guys are seeing what I'm seeing, okay? If you're seeing what I'm seeing, then it means that we are on the same page. You guys are seeing what I'm seeing, okay? So yeah, so this is when I started building. This is me. This is the shag. Brenda, this is how a shag looks like. So this is where me and my family used to live. And this shag is still there. We haven't removed it. And the house is finished. I have a video on my channel, and I'm going to share it with you so that you see where I'm sitting behind the shag. I was sitting just here during that video, but here it's when I was starting. And you see how my hands are. I'm giving thanks to God. Taking that picture, it was, I think, on a weekend, my husband and I went home and he took this picture. And I love this picture because it reminded me of where it all began. And me seeing bricks going up, during this time, is like the stress of making sure that the labor is paid, making sure that the house, you have material and all of that. So this was a humbling moment for me. All right. And then I said, "Oh, the Zulu girls, bye-byes. There's a video that I did. I want to show it to you, that I did when I was home. Where is it, Nkosiam? Ooh. There's a video that I did, guys. Oh my word. This one. So close. This is a video that I did, and I'm showing it to you specifically because I was, oopsie. You see? You see? This is a story of where I come from.
In my life,
I encourage you to watch this video.
the shack that you see behind me, a place I call home, a place that I called home for over 30 years, almost 30 years. And I can say that often we try to compare ourselves with others. Often we deny ourselves of like amazing blessings in life because we look at our current situation.
we look at where we are in life, and then we want to let's start comparing or wanting things to happen our way. And of course, things don't happen your way, but in God's way. So I'm proud to say that I grew up in this beautiful village where guys, I'm sorry. I think what I realized is that I wasn't showing you that video. I apologize for that. So I wanted to show you this video specifically. Something about StreamYard is that you forget how. I want to show you this. Including the shack that you see behind me. A place I call home. A place that I called home for over 30 years. Almost 30 years. And I can say that often we try to compare ourselves with others. Often we... Okay, let me stop sharing. I think that's enough. So if you can, please look for that video, A Story of a Village Girl, and watch it. You will see what happened. You will just get a picture in more depth of what we are talking about. Sorry for taking so long. On that part, okay? I apologize. Pindi saying, taking care of my family, then you are unable to take care of yourself. You are provoking wounds. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And I know it can be very difficult or it can be hard, but you know what? It is what it is. It's something that we need to talk about. We need to talk about this. I even want to talk about black tax, the so-called black tax, and I really want to have a conversation, but have a conversation not to somehow make our parents feel bad or something like that, but to really talk about issues that a black child has to go through to get where she is or where he is. And this is really conversations that we need to have, not to really, provoke the wounds in a bad way, but to really be a good example to others. Because I believe that, Pindi, people like you and myself are called on earth to make a difference. We are called on earth to do things differently. We are called on earth to empower and transform other people. We are called on earth to use our experiences as a testimony and as a healing way for other people. So it is what it is. You know that you are in the ministry. You have a calling on helping marriages. You help couples. So imagine what God has given you. That is like a big, big thing. Marriage in the eyes of the Lord is a beautiful thing. And having you counseling, couples and talking about marriage and all that, it means that God is trusting you to really be a seed or plant a seed in those people's lives. So these are conversations that we need to have. My African child, we need to have these conversations. You are a conqueror, my darling. This hits home. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, Sissy, the blessings are plenty coming your way. You're so deserving. I receive, honey. I receive. Thank you so much. I receive. It's crazy how I resonate with so much on this, because taking care of our family and making those sacrifices hits home for me as well. Exactly, honey. And like I said, if you can really find your story in my story, then I'm happy, because we all have, something similar that we've been through in life. And if we can constantly look at our lives and appreciate the journey more than anything, then we can see how strong we are, how capable we are and how able we are. Brenda, a shack I meant, it's like a tin house made out of corruged iron. Oh, you see, I didn't even know how to explain it. It's what? Corruged iron. Okay. And I was saying the stainless steel and all that. Ooh, girl. Nthabi, you gotta educate yourself, honey. So is correct what? Corrugated iron. Corrugated iron. Okay, I'm gonna look that up because I don't know what corrugated means. But yeah, thank you so much for that, Pindi. Please share the link of the video if you don't remember the name, Pindi. Yes, Pindi, please share that link to your video where you were telling your story. And yeah, I think it's gonna make someone cry because it kind of got me, my heart went, but it's a beautiful, the thing is, the beauty about a story, a touching story, is that it has the best ending, and the person who's telling it is a testimony. It's not like a story being told and a person is in that same spot. So I think that's the most amazing thing about it, and that's the most fulfilling thing about it, because while you watch the story, you start being hopeful and being encouraged, because that same person who is telling the story got out of that situation, 10 things around. So please watch it today, okay? If you can. If your data is not finished, Sibu, because I remember that other time you watched all my videos and then your data was finished and you couldn't watch. So yeah, when you have data, please do. Brenda says, I have watched that video. It was sad to see how Pindi there was a shadow of herself. What a beautiful woman. Exactly. I'm glad you watched it, Brenda, because you know exactly what I'm talking about. So Sibu, you need to go and watch it. Amen to Israel's song. Yes. Oh, I love that song. It's not ending. It's only the beginning, honey. When God is in it. Bree say, I also watched Pindi's story. I was moved seeing that picture of her in a shack, in a toxic relationship, and seeing how beautiful she is now and how beautiful her home is. So moved. You see, like how amazing, like it's power. It's power. So please, Sibu, you are missing out. You are the only one who hasn't. You know what? Let's go to Pindi's channel. Let's go to Pindile's channel. I think if you can go there and try find it. Innocentia Mazindo. Sisiye kwi-video yakhe lo sisi siyibone. Let's see. Pindi. Nangu Pindile. Tisibone. If you are seeing what I'm seeing, let us see. Okay, we are here. So I'm not sure which video that is. Let's see. Why reset? Which one was it, Pindi? Is it this one? Let me see. I'm not sure if it's this one. Pindi, did you comment? Let me see.
Pindile Innocentia Mazindo. Thank you so much for joining, or rather viewing this video today. To my old subscribers, you guys are in my heart, and to the committing suicide. I was in a bad state. I was falling apart. Nothing mattered. Nothing worked. And had I stayed a day later, a minute longer, I probably wouldn't be in this space right now. I will have insert a picture, and there's a picture. That's exactly how I look like. That is exactly.
This is how she looked like, guys. This is her. Look at the place that she's in. This is her story. I'm actually getting emotional right now.
Exactly how I look like when I was in my previous marriage. I mean, I was in a bad state. I was falling apart. Nothing mattered. Nothing worked. And had I stayed a day later, a minute longer, I probably wouldn't be in this space right now telling you the story or having other things that I would tell you or contribute in your life towards. I would have not had that opportunity. I was dying, and that's why I left. I honestly don't condone divorce. Till this day, I don't condone divorce, but it was either that or my life. It was either I divorced or I died, because he was probably going to kill me one day, or I was probably going to kill myself because of the state that I was in, and it was not worth it. I recall one time as well when we were in our 3-roomed little shack. We were in such a fight, and I needed him to do something that I felt like he should as a man. I mean, I built this house, for crying out loud. The least you could do is just, take a nail. I just needed him to nail something. And even that he couldn't do. And I was so furious and upset.
So that is the glimpse of Pindy's video. Please, if you haven't watched it, go watch it. I'm actually getting emotional. And the reason why I'm getting emotional is because of gratitude. And when I began this year, I just couldn't help but be grateful. And I started this year with grace and said, you know what? I'm just going to be filled with gratitude. And the reason why I'm being emotional right now, and I wasn't emotional all this time, but just seeing that clip again, I think the emotion is not pain. The emotion is that thing that says God is in control. God is with us. God has got us. God is doing things in our lives. God is looking after us. And okay, let me go. Let me continue. Whew, okay, let me continue. Brenda says, oh my God, girl. Whew, okay, I'm so proud of you, girl. Thank you so much, Brenda. I appreciate it. God is amazing. God is amazing, and he will do amazing things in your life. And if you cannot trust him with something small, I'm telling you, you will be amazed. So whatever that you do, if you do not know who God is, a video like this one of Pindi and a video like this one where I'm sharing my journey should somehow be an inspiration to you to say, if I didn't know that God exists, now you know. Sorry, ladies, I'm struggling to share the link, but the video is titled Story Time, Why I Divorced My Ex-Husband. All right. Good morning. Good morning, the world, Dr. TV. Thank you for joining us. We are happy to have you here for you to join this conversation. I'm hoping that you're having a good morning. We love and appreciate you in the morning glory. So the morning glory went on for longer, and I said that if the conversation flows, we're gonna flow, and I am happy. Right. Okay, Pindila, I will most definitely watch it. All right, so that's good because we watched it. Ntabi is correct. Is English. Zinc. Yes, honey. I didn't know this word. Corrugated iron. Zinc, man. Corrugated iron. So you see, I needed to spell it right. Corrugated iron. Sure. So grateful. Say hope haven't missed much. Trying to catch up. Honestly, I think you have missed a little bit if you left a little bit because yeah, the conversation went deeper and deeper. But yeah, you know what? Whatever that you missed, we're still in the flow of the conversation. So it's all good, honey. It's all good. Pindile is definitely it's defining it's a definition. Pindile is a definition of girl power. Yes, honey. I totally agree. I totally agree. So sorry. That was a powerful turnaround, Pindile. God bless your soul. Amen. Amen to that. Pindile, you are indeed the definition of power, girl, and grace, honey. Must watch that video. Please go watch it after this one, Sibu. I'm telling you, you're gonna understand what we are talking about in this conversation because, wow, it is like a powerhouse. So that's that, guys. That was, really a story of how things turned around. And I think, Pindile's story and my story can somehow empower you to see, or not only empower you, or make you realize that story in your life that you have that happened. And like I said, my story might not be your story, but through our stories, there's so much more that we can learn. So it means that there is something amongst us that we can inspire ourselves with and inspire each other on, and somehow, strengthen ourselves. Because it's not easy. It's not easy. I mean, especially if you're growing up. I mean, I'm 34. I'm ready to start a family, and I'm just waiting for God to bless me with that family. But also, even when one had a desire of starting a family, having a child, I felt like I was like a couple of years back, I was not in the right space. I felt like I cannot just bring a child to earth. Where's my child gonna stay? If I go home and take my child to my parents, where's my child gonna sleep? Is he or she gonna sleep in the shack? I cannot have that. I was worried about those rats, well, it was not all the time, but what if a rat bites my child? So there was just so many things. So turning your life around really is a way to say, I'm going to take all the problems that I have in my life. I'm going to take all the trials in my life and really take them and turn them into something that is powerful. The bricks that get thrown to you in life, the bricks that Pindile got to be thrown at with, her previous marriage. I mean, like, she didn't look good, guys. Looking at her, it's like two different people. Like, it's like this person is a different person from I don't know where. Like, looking at those two pictures is totally a new person. So if you do not believe that God can turn your life around, I don't know. I don't know what else you need, because this is totally proof that with grace and with his glory, we are saved. And if we can constantly believe in him and trust in him more, then we will be saved. And he somehow knew. I feel like deep down in my heart, God knew that Pindile will be able to get over that situation. Pindile was going to be able to get out of there. But if she hadn't went through all those trials and the process, she wouldn't have been where she is now. If I had not gone through the process of looking at the roof leaking every time we put buckets just everywhere, sometimes even in the top of the bed, we use these dishes that we used to use for bathing, we put it in the bed. If it's like leaking, like closer to where the electricity is. We put blankets so that the water doesn't fall on the electricity plugs and all that. All of that, if I was able to go through that, if I was able to take my book and read before I pass my matric and read in the middle of the night, sitting in bed, cold as I don't know what. I am one person. I hate being cold. Like, I cannot handle the cold. I'm not a winter baby. If you are a winter baby here, just know that you and I are not best friends. In the cold, I cannot handle the cold. So those times when I would have to put a book and read, wearing, I didn't even have like the best gown that I have now. I would just have too many blankets covered and I would read. I didn't have a choice. I would have to make coffee and continue reading so that I can get my qualification. And if I did not pass through all of those things, I would not appreciate or understand the value of really what amazing God can do, or the value of what I have. I would not even appreciate the value of having this laptop that I'm using right now to live stream. I wouldn't have appreciate the value of having this ring light, even though it's not lighting that well. I wouldn't have I wouldn't know the value of appreciating it, and I wouldn't know the value of even appreciating people like you who empower me to do more. I mean, I used to travel using a bus, and I have this best friend of mine. He's a guy. His name is Tsolofelo Sekhatle. Tsolofelo, we would sit in the bus every morning, speak about our dreams when we go to school, and constantly talk about the things that we want to accomplish and all that. Right now, he's married with 2 kids, and he has a beautiful home with his wife. They are just living an amazing life. He lost his parents when he was still young, but he turned things around. He built his own family. And we constantly spoke about our dreams. When I saw him buying a car for the first time and he came to my university at the time when I was working, I remember that day vividly so, because he came and showed me the car, and I was super happy to say, wow, my friend, you have done amazing. And those things really took me back to when we would have a conversation in the bus, where we would be traveling and then we have such conversations. So if I did not really go through all of these things, I wouldn't be appreciating this moment. And even when I watch Pindile's video, I wouldn't even appreciate, because I would not relate. So because I can relate and I know the journey, it's so amazing and powerful. Oh, yes, Lord. We see you working. 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 Pindi says, Ntabi, stop it. I had my first child last year at the age of 30. People couldn't understand why, because I was in my second marriage, but I had no child. Yeah. Let me move. They didn't understand what you were going through. They didn't know. They didn't know that shadow. They did not know what you are experiencing. But you know what? God is still grace. Taking all the problems, the first trial, the bricks thrown at you, or taking all the problems, the trials, the bricks thrown at you, and turning them into power. That is, let God's glory be seen in our stories. Yes, indeed. There's a reason for this. There is a reason for this. My presence is my power. And my presence is not brought to life by myself. God is present. God made sure that I am present. God made sure that I wake up in the morning. God made sure that I'm able to see and speak and live and breathe. So my presence is my power, because the highest power made sure that I am here. The highest power made sure that I am here to see it all. Sorry for moving my decor now. I'm not. Okay. God is never late. His timing is perfect. Yes, yes, yes. His timing is perfect. Do not mind people. Like I always say that. And every blessing that comes, it doesn't come from people so grateful. Every blessing comes from God. And his time is the right time. He knows when things are going to happen. He knows when we have to do certain things in life. He knows when I'm going to have my duty. I already have a name for my daughter. You know, her name will be Didintle. They are beautiful. What are they? Those are God's blessings. The blessings are beautiful. So Didi is my daughter's first name. That's the name that I have. So when God blesses me with Didi, it will be a blessing that comes from him. And of course, even if we get a son, it will still be a blessing from God. And I'm saying this because we often think that blessings come from people. As much as God uses people to pray for you, the blessings come from him. So his timing is perfect. Do not despair. Just because things are not happening, just because you are even looking to have that child and you are not getting that child, trust in him. If you got your child and then they tell you that you can't have a child, well, I'm 34 and I don't have a child yet. I'm 34. And if you're going to come to me and say that, hey, you're too old to have a child and all that, can you stop that and allow God to bless me? Can you stop that and allow God's blessings to happen? Let's see what God has in store. Let's see his blessing. This is his blessing, not your blessing. This is his blessing, his divine power, not you as a person. So yeah, I love this. I had my first start. I had to start build. I had to first start build English. Let me read properly. I had to first start by building my mom a home and taking care of my nephew. Ooh. Girl, so I understand that you couldn't have children because you had to start helping at home. Pindi. Pindi's gonna make me cry, guys. Guys, I'm gonna start crying and I don't want to cry. I do not want to cry. I don't want to cry. Guys, we are 4 at home. I've got 4 siblings. It's myself. Should I show you our picture? I'm going to show you my siblings. And, you know, I think a relatable story is always a good story. Because if you can relate or if you can see what I'm talking about, it becomes so easy for you to understand. So I'm going to share a picture and show you my siblings, okay? And I'm hoping that, yeah. I'll just verify to see if you guys are seeing what I'm seeing, because let's see. Are you guys seeing my siblings' picture? I want to see if you're seeing that. Are you seeing that, guys? Do you see the picture? Do you guys see the picture? because I can't. Okay, so I'm hoping that you're seeing this picture. If you are seeing it, so on the right hand side is my brother, my older brother. So okay, this is the order. My brother's the first, Thabiso, and I am second, Ntabi, and Kagiso is third, and then Lerato is the last born. I hope that you saw that. I hope that you, okay. So you guys saw the pictures, all right. So 4 of us, I was the first to graduate, and I had to also help out at home, and I had to make sure that my sister goes to school. So a little story about my sister. My sister failed her matric twice. And when she failed her matric twice, I could not take that. My sister is like a daughter to me, all right? So my sister is like a daughter, like to me, she's my daughter. And at the time, she was still at home. And I knew how capable my sister was. And I remember when she fell twice, I said to her, you need to get out of that environment. There was nothing wrong with the environment. I was able to pass my matric. I was leaving. I used to stay back at home. It was okay. Nothing was wrong. But the problem is that she started losing focus. And when she lost focus, she didn't focus. She didn't concentrate on what needed to be done. And I had to make a decision. And I said to her, I'm going to take you away from here. You're going to come with me and stay with me. We stayed together for a couple of months. And I found a school for her where she can upgrade her matric and start a course on something that she liked. So obviously, because she didn't have matric, she had to do certain courses first. That happened at GP College, I think, in Pretoria. I told her that this is your last chance. You can see that things are hard. I have to take care of the home. I have to take care of myself. And I have to take care of you. Because the balance is not there. As much as we have our brother who's working, he still has his own challenges. And you can see that in our family, my mom was not working. My dad was the only one working, but things were just not adding up. Like things were just not going right. So I had to do something. And I told my sister that, sis, if you don't take this opportunity and make it a point that you also turn things around for yourself, then I don't know what's going to happen. Because I can only do so much. This is a chance. If you fail to make this happen, then I don't know. And guess what? My sister didn't disappoint me. She took that opportunity and she made things happen. She made things happen. My sister made things happen. She even graduated. And I want to show you a video, just a short video of when she started graduating, when she graduated. So these are videos that I wish you could watch, but I'm just going to show you snippets of
Yes, you're
what
getting
happened.
on points.
Dress on point. This is her. Yes, and turn around. Graduate. Yes, girl. Let's show that crown. Hold that crown. You've earned it. Yes, girl. The belts. I like it.
This moment right here is a sign that indeed God is in charge. Wow, where do I start? Well, here goes. Dear baby sis, that level is finally here. You took the step, you fell at some point, but you got back up. I've never been so proud. It wasn't an easy journey, but you did it. You did it, my sister. Congratulations. This is the start of more of these priceless moments. Please carry these words with you wherever you go. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart. Colossians 3 verse 23. Trust in the Lord with all of your heart. Proverbs 3 verse 5. Listen to the advice and accept instructions, that you may gain wisdom in the future. Many are the plans in the man's mind, but in the purpose of the Lord, that we will stand. Proverbs 19 verse 20. I am proud of you. Well done, my sister. I love you so much, and I can never stop being proud of what you're going to do next. All the best with your endeavors.
Look at her, guys. Look at her. Look at that. Oh, wow. I'm so proud. I'm so proud of my sister. I am the Sorry, I had a moment there. I think I'm gonna pause and go to the comments because wow, the emotions are running high. Whew. Guys. Guys, God is amazing. God is in control. God is in control, and God will amaze you.
Today, every person listening, I want you to understand that no matter where you've been or where you might currently find yourself, it's not over.
It's not over.
There is no limit.
It's not over. It's not finished. It's not ending. It's only the beginning when God is in it. All things are new. Sorry, I had to fix myself for a moment there because I was just, I needed to fix myself. When God is in it, all things are new. Today you are provoking all wounds. Your story is mine. I am you and you are me, Pindi. I am you and you are me. And together we are a blessing. Pindile, you have turned your wounds into wisdom and your scars into stars. I love that. Just be grateful and wipe away your tears. Smile. You came this far and shed tears of joy. Oh, can I read this again? You have turned your wounds into wisdom and your scars into stars. Just be grateful and wipe away your tears. Smile. You have come this far and shed tears of joy. Oh, I love it. I love it. Beautiful. Well said. It's so grateful. Oh, yes, that was beautiful. I like that. Ntabi, be proud. You have done well by grace, of course. By grace, all things are good and possible. Thank you. Thank you. No storm is a waste. Oh, yes, I love it. No storm is a waste. Yes, yes. 34 for you. 34 for is 34 is so young. Janet Jackson had hers at 50. If people mess with you that way, send them over to me. I will send them over, honey. I will send them over. I will send them over. You will need to sort them out for me. Yes, we can see. Okay, I hope that. And Tabby, I feel the same way about my sister. Your little sister and my sister share that in common. We also failed matric twice. The devastation that comes with it. You know what? You are me, and I'm you. And there's just so much power. And I'm glad that you are there to support her. You have been her, pillar of strength. We need to do that for our siblings. I also have a younger brother who didn't really do, the younger brother that you saw, Kagiso, he wasn't doing that well at school. I didn't give up on him. I kept trying and trying. And I realized that, you know what, people change through time. And time again, I constantly try to guide her and give him direction. And I'm happy to say that things didn't work out so well for him, like finishing his matric. And I wish he could one day, but I'm allowing him to, find a way to find himself and do things for his way and somehow find that direction. And I'm glad to say right now he even has, a job that he's working on at this point. And I think that it might not be a permanent job at this point, but it's a direction that will, it's a start to lead him to the right direction. And I can't help but be grateful and be proud of him because, for the longest time, we've always said, go to school, whatnot. There was never a moment where we say, I'm proud of you. You are doing amazing. The other day when I was talking to him on the phone, I'm like, oh, wow. Like, how does it feel having to go to work? And it was just beautiful. So let's support our siblings. Let's, not give up on them because they need us. I watched that video and gushed. AMD gushed. I watched that video. I'm glad you watched it, honey. It's, yeah. Congratulations, little sis. Yay. I wish to get to have her on my channel soon, but I'm not sure what we're gonna talk about. Maybe a sister tag. Yeah, because she has to pay me a visit very soon. So I promise to have her on my channel together. We will do a video. Oopsie, well, congratulations. Thank you. I appreciate that for her. Yes, and amen. God is in control and unmoved mover, making the impossible possible. Amen to that. Amen. Good morning, fam. Just tuned in. So how late am I? You are 2 hours, 17 minutes late. That's how late you are, honey. But thank you so much for joining. You know what? The fact that you're here, it's okay. The fact that you joined, I still appreciate that. Prem is saying that's wonderful, and we need. Hey, Prem, did I say hi to you, Prem? Hey, that's wonderful, and we need to appreciate that we all have different journeys as siblings. Oh yes, I love this, Prem, and I'm glad that you pointed this out because we often get to be so hard on our siblings because just because I graduated, I feel like what, my siblings should take the same direction as me, or maybe acting like I'm better than them or whatever. So I like what you're pointing out, that our journeys are different. And the fact that our journeys are different really means that we need to somehow put ourselves in each other's shoes and constantly support each other and work together as one. And somehow, to keep inspiring each other, because trust me, I'm a crybaby, by the way, guys. I'm a crybaby, and often when like I would be on the phone with my mom and he would complain, Kagiso this, Kagiso that, and I would speak to him on the phone, I would try to guide him and all that. At the end, I end up crying. And there was this other day when I'm gonna try to find that WhatsApp message, and I hope that when I get it, you will somehow understand the kind of conversation that I would normally have with my siblings. So what happened this other day is that I did a video on Valentine's Day. On Valentine's Day, I did a video, and we had a conversation with my brother. And when we were talking, I told him how I appreciating you. And I remember when I would engage him and really tell him about something that I'm not happy about, I would always cry. So there's a message that I'm going to share with you on my WhatsApp and show you. So this message right there, I'm going to try to zoom it in. So this is my little brother. This is a voice note that I had sent him when I told him that I appreciate him. And I think I was crying because I think my sister shared a picture. I don't remember what was that. So, and obviously I cried, and then I said this, he said this, stop, you're also making me feel like crying. You know, always when you cry, I knew I have done something wrong, or you're telling me something motivational. That picture is one of the biggest breakthrough we transferred from, or he meant transformed from. So that is basically just a testimony of the kind of conversations that I would have with my siblings when I empower them, when I try to motivate them. So the crybaby always comes in because when I'm feeling hurt, or when I really was so much greatness for them, I would end up crying. But that to me is also a sign that, you know what, whatever that you're doing or saying to your siblings, they listen, they hear you, and it means something. It might not mean something now. And often we think that just because someone is empowering you today, or just because you're watching this video now and it's empowering, or you are listening and you're hearing everything, it might not turn your life around now. It might turn your life around a year to come or 2 years to come. So, you know, understanding all our journeys that are different, and understanding that there is no time for your breakthrough. Only God knows when that time is. I cannot tell you the time, and I cannot expect you to have things when I want you to. And I cannot expect you to win on things that I wish you to win in. If God has set a time for you, that time will come. In the interim, all I can do is to just pray for you and appreciate God for your life, and always to constantly support you and drive you or guide you to the right direction, because that's all we can do. We can help in terms of guiding, because we have better knowledge as sisters, as those that are more informed on certain things. So you can still guide, but also be supportive and trust that God will show this person the way and will somehow direct his path. Sylvie says, yo, I'm late. I went to the shops, so just got home. It's okay, honey. It's okay. It's okay. You didn't really miss much. Well, you actually, no, I'm lying. You missed a lot. So you'll need to catch up. Just find a day when you're not busy, because this video is like 2 hours long, and I'm hoping that whoever, because I know long videos sometimes are not watched, but I pray that whoever who's gonna make time to watch this video, they watch it until the end, because there is so much power in this video. And I think this is a testimony from the message that I put yesterday on my Instagram to say, I feel like, you know, the morning glory will have so much empowerment and transformation. And this video itself is just done so much. And yeah. Hey sis, it's great. You have your size. You gave your size a chance. Oh, you gave your sis a chance and believed in her. At times, that's what people need. I agree. At times, that's all you need. You just need to. Sorry, I need to pedal my nose. At times, that's all you need, guys. At times, that a person just needs you to support them. You don't need to do much, but give them support and show them that you believe in them. That's it. And that moment really changed things around. It changed things around, guys. It changed things around. And there's also another video. I hope that you don't mind me, sharing those videos and all that. If I'm just sharing glimpses of it so that you can somehow relate. And if you decide to go watch that video, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna share this one as well. This is when my sister filmed him a trick twice, and I just want to share just the first part of that video.
Fam, giving up is not an option. If you believe in yourself, you will definitely get back up and make things happen. The next video that you're about to see right now is my sister sharing her story of how she failed her matric twice but still got back up. She shared the story with the learners from the school that she went to that she failed at. So enjoy the video. Mwah. Guys,
so yeah,
Okay. I think because that video doesn't have subtitles, because most of the time she was speaking in our language, in Setswana, so yeah, it's a lot, but you can still go watch it. You will somehow get because there is a way where she speaks in English, but she was basically sharing her story on how she felt and also how she managed to start and pass again and finally not graduate, but I think at the time this video was shot when she was still on her second year, so of the qualification that she graduated from. So basically it's me sharing those to say, as much as I'm sharing this, it's always good to show you. So if you have the interest to go watch it, do it at your own time. But it's really a message to say, you know what, believing in someone can also be enough for them to change their life around. My sister, at some point, she was never ready to speak about her failing, her doing what. On that day, on this day where she spoke to those learners, she actually surprised me to say, I'm going to speak to the learners, because normally I'm the one who does motivational talks when we go to schools, donate sanitary towels, because that's what we are doing under my foundation, Real Talk with Ntabi Foundation. So normally when we donate, we don't just donate, we donate, and after that we encourage young girls and boys, because we also give them roll-ons. I have a brother, so I know very well that I cannot be looking at girls only. I need to consider both. And we would motivate. And when she said to me that I'm the one who's going to speak, I need to motivate them. And I was like happy. And I was like, God, you are actually amazing. You are just amazing. And that is the power of God in our lives, guys. Woo! What a day, what a day. Sylvie says, oh, I'm the baby of the family, but I only have one sister that motivates and encourages me. Mind you, I have 6 other siblings, but they are just doing them, hardly checks up on me. Oh, okay. Well, that's not nice. I believe that family is everything and family over everything. But you know what? As long as the love is still there and you still have that sister, that one sister that you can look up to, it's all good. But I do pray that you get to somehow connect with your other siblings and be together, and family over everything. Just grow that bond that you guys maybe missed out on. And but if it doesn't happen, we are your sisters, we are family. There's a reason why we call this, I call all my supporters and everyone that's subscribed to this channel real fam, is because we're family. So if I can pour my heart out to you and tell you about my story, tell you about me living in a shack for over 30 years and having to build a home for my family, me telling you about the challenges that I've been through, having to resign and do all of that, if I can trust you with this information, it means that you're family. And that's why even building a platform like this on YouTube is not just to build a platform to just grow my channel, but it's a thing of, am I empowering you? Am I transforming your life? Am I helping you to be the best version of yourself? Am I somehow helping you to find the best version of yourself? I'm all about that. So yeah, family over everything. But I'm happy that you have a sister that you are close with, and much love to your sister. Okay. Woo. Hello, I'm back. Hey, Ladina is back. You have to come back, my queen, because your image is part of this conversation, turning your life around. So thank you for coming back. I appreciate that you're back, honey. And I hope that you managed to do all the things that you needed to do, honey. All right. Wow. So we've been here for like 2 hours, 30 minutes, guys. Are you aware? So is this how our weekends are going to be? Like when it comes to the morning glory. So weekdays, we do 30 minutes in the morning, and then weekends we go on. Huh? But I'm loving it. You know what? I have no regret that this video went on for so long, because this conversation was deep. And for anyone, Sylvie, Prim, and Lidile, I know that you guys, Lidile was there at the beginning, and then she left, and then she came back. So the portion that you missed, please make time to catch up on that. Sylvie, when you are done with this part, and Prim, please go and catch up on the first part, just to get the feel of this whole video, because I feel like not every moment of this video was just too powerful, and there's just so many testimonies and life-changing things that happened. So I'm touched. I'm so touched. So I think we can just finish it at 3 hours, because it's 2 hours 30 minutes right now, and I think we can do it until 3 hours, so we can end this video at in 30 minutes. So we have 30 minutes, and I think we can call it a wrap. Okay, so that's that, guys. I really appreciate the engagements. I really appreciate how we are turning our lives around. And your life might, your story or your life might not be what's happening at this point. You might not be going through the same things as I am, or as Pindile, as Sylvie, as Prim, as Sibu, or anyone, or Ledile for that matter. But what I'm trying to say is that Our problems don't need to be the same. Our situations don't need to be the same. But we can all take something out of our own story and turn our lives around. I can find myself in your story, and you can find yourself in my story. All right. So that's that. See, we're saying, listen, akuhambeki. Akuhambeki, girl, like akuhambeki. Hakuhambeki. Hasihambi. Siyohlala namhlanje. Siyokhuluma namhlanje. Akuhambeki, guys. So what that means is that, like, it's hard to leave. It's hard to leave this life, because the conversation here is power. Like, there's so much heat going on here. In the glory, listen, the morning glory is just glorious, and akuhambeki. We are not going. I took a short break to bath and come back. Are you serious? I didn't miss much, because you were still talking about Lil Sis. Yes, you didn't miss much, because you actually even watched that video. So yeah, wow. So we've been like, you see, it's a good thing I took a shower in the morning before I started, or I always do that. So yeah, but thank you so much for coming back. I mean, the fact that you left and came back really means so much to me. And it shows that this conversation is really, provoking our thoughts, and it's really mind-blowing to all of us. And yeah, it's power. It's power. And now, after all that we've been engaging on, especially on my journey of life, and as a person who has experienced so much more, I mean, guys, understand something about life, that a journey of life, in this journey of life, you will experience so much more. And the fact that my sister failed, that is not it. That is not all. I also failed. I failed grade 10 at some point. I dropped out at a university at some point. This is before I even got to do all the things that I've been telling you about: building a home for my family, being able to help my sister to go to school. This was all before that. I also had my own share of failing. I failed grade 10. I went to university, and I did well in computer science. And then I failed on like mathematics and all that. And my attitude towards maths, I felt like, you know what, I'm actually bad when it comes to maths. I'll never, ever be able to crack maths. But I think my attitude was stinking at the time, because I was like, when your attitude is really not in the right space, you will think that you are not capable of doing something. And instead of you keeping like trying, you will end up just failing, because you have believed it in your mind that you didn't do well, or you can't do maths. So I passed all my computer science subjects, and then I was struggling with a couple of subjects like mathematics, and I decided to drop out because the money was just too much. And when I went to the second university, which is Tshwane University of Technology, where I got my qualification, it was quite hectic, because when that started, my parents didn't have much. I remember my dad gave me 500 to go and register. So when I went to register, there was strike. So I want to tell you something about when you want to turn things around in your life. I want you to understand that you will experience trials. You will fall so many times. The devil will try to stop you from doing what you want to do. I went to TUT. Remember, it's my first time in Soshanguve, because that's where IT is based. I could not even, I didn't even know anyone. All I was given is directions to find the school. I get to a taxi, you go there, you stop there, and all that. That's all. When I get there, the strike. I'm a mess. I'm disappointed in myself. I'm disappointed. I feel like I failed my parents because I dropped out. I am feeling horrified by the fact that the friends that I used to have in the university that I used to go to are closer to graduating. They are doing well. Some I see them posting and see that they've got internships, and I'm still going to find a school. Imagine that pain. It was just too hard. But the worst pain was the fact that I'm a failure. I felt like I'm a failure. But I told myself that, you know what? For everyone that believed in me, I'm going to prove myself and I'm going to prove to them that I can do this. And that's what I did. And the most important thing about proving a point is to not prove yourself wrong to somehow please others or to do it more for the people in your life. Because if you are not doing that for yourself as well, along the way, it's easy for you to fail. Along the way, it's easy for you to not be able to do things right. And then what happens? You fall along the way. And when that happens, you are not able to sustain that and things don't happen. Things just don't happen. So my advice to you is that when you do something and you want to make the people that you love, your loved ones and others proud, also make yourself proud. So I had to make myself proud and prove to myself that I can do this. I have failed, but it doesn't mean that this is the end. So I turned things around. I turned my life around. And I turned my life around by doing what? By making sure that I do not fail again. And it happened. As much as I got there and got credited and all that, I was like, I'm not going to take it easy and relax and make myself feel like I'm not going to be, pushing more work and making sure that I get my qualification. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep pushing because I have a goal. I know what I want. And I did that. It was hard at some point, but I pushed myself. I will tell you this story, and this is what used to happen. In a bad month when my dad didn't have enough money to send me, he would send me like 500 rand. And during that time, rent was 500. So having to pay rent I'm lying. Rent was 350. So when rent was 350, it meant that I have to pay that 350 and remain with that 150. That 150, I had to make sure that I buy food, I have something to eat, and I have, cosmetics, things that I needed. And I'm glad to say that I could make a plan. I was able to make a plan. And sometimes it was hard. And there was a time when, in my room, I had a pack of Movite. I had I had half white bread. I had, potatoes. I had soup. And this one time it was on a Friday, and then a guy decided to stop me as I was going home on my way home from school. And he's like, "Can I take you out for lunch?" And I remembered that in my room I have brown bread. In my room I have Movite. And I was tired of eating Movite. And I was like, you know what? Let's go. And I ordered a plate of steak and chips. And I cleaned that plate. I didn't even leave one chip. Listen, I didn't even leave one chip. I cleaned that plate. And I'm saying this or sharing this because it's a journey that I had to go through. And I'm glad that I went through it, because had I not went through it, I wouldn't even know how I needed to respond to such incidences when they happen. When I get to be approached by a person offering me this and that, how do I approach it? So I remember when we left the place, he gave me 100 rand. after that. And I was happy. I'm like, yo, 100 Rand, I can do so much with 100 Rand, because I could buy a hairpiece. I could actually do my own hair at the time. And I could just, even get a few things. Movate was like 12 Rand or something. And, we had like spazzers and all that. So it was easy to get, shops where you can buy stuff. And I was excited. But later that changed, because I had this friend of mine and he called me yesterday, coincidentally enough, after so many years. He's very successful now. He built a 2 million, or is it a 1 million? I think it's 1 million. His house is worth $1 million. It's a beautiful home that he built. We went to the same school. We were best friends. We still are good friends, but we haven't been speaking for a while. And he said to me, because the next day I went to school with that money and I started sharing with him the date and what happened and whatnot. And he kept saying, do you even know this person? Do you even know his intentions? Like, you are so excited. And at that time, we're busy talking about that, but sitenge amakota, we bought quarters with that money and we're busy eating. He's also eating, but he's busy saying to me, hi, do you know this person and all that, And it didn't sink in at the time. And then later on, when I got home, that's when I started thinking and asking myself, but I'm so excited about the 100 Rand that I got. And it's like I'm about to lose myself, because I was already thinking that, okay, if I meet him the next time, he will give me 200. And it means that I can even go to Mr. Price and buy that 60 Rand jean. Because I used to taxi to what's this place called? I forgot the name of the complex that we used to go to when we were at school. Central City. Yes, Central City. I'm like, a taxi to Central City is like 300 3 Rand or something. It was 3 Rand or 350. Yeah, less than 5 Rand at the time, I guess. Yeah, around 2009. So yeah. So I would do that and go and buy those things. So I was already thinking of other alternatives to actually, get more money. And what does that mean? It means that I will have to now sell myself to this person, because I'm already seeing what I can benefit. So you can see that already I'm taking a wrong turn, and I had to turn things around. How did I turn things around? I realized that, what, this is not for me. I cannot be doing that. I won't say I was a perfect child at school. I had my share of meeting people, trying dating there and there, and things not working well and all that. I was a child. I experienced things myself, but I didn't forget myself. I constantly remembered myself, remembered where I am, what I'm about. So I change things around and turn my life around by selling Avon products. So I love Avon to this day, because it helped me change my life around. Mainly because Avon helped me to really, and I think I'm going to do a video. I'm actually going to do a video about how Avon changed my life, and how, and this is not, I'm not selling it anymore. I know there are people that are selling Avon. This is not to promote Avon or whatever, but it is a way of making extra cash as well. So if you can make extra cash out of selling products, it's like some sell Herbalife, some sell whatever, forever, what you have many ways to look at it. You can make money out of it. So I feel like I'm going to do a video about it, just to tell my story, how it helped me to change my life around. So I started selling Avon, and I never got to lose out. Actually, I'm going to put it on my notes. So for all my YouTube videos, I have notes, like I have sticky notes, and for every topic that I have, I put it down. So I think this one will be great. How I should actually do it. How Avon changed my life. So I'm writing it down so that I don't forget it, because often, you think about something, then you just lose it. You just forget about it. So yeah, I'll share about that. So look out for that video. So I never got I never lost out on having sanitary towels because I could buy them with that money. I never ran out of perfume. I used to have perfume, roll-ons, anything, makeup. I'm not a big fan of makeup, by the way, so I never used to use a lot of makeup. So I would buy just maybe a lipstick and what. But I love nail polishes more. So I never used to run out of anything. So I had no reason to actually look for a relationship or look for a guy or something who will take care of me or help me in terms of buying food when my parents could not send me more money or something like that. So I just made a plan. I made a plan, and that plan worked perfectly for me, and I'm still grateful to this day. And I never ran out of food. I mean, the food that we used to eat on Sunday, our best meal sometimes would be a rice, boiled egg, and your sauces. If you have mayonnaise and tomato sauce, listen, you have a meal. Listen, rice, boiled egg, and tomato sauce, and some mayonnaise. Even the mayonnaise was a luxury. So we were within. So my point is, do not look at your life and think that I didn't die from eating that. I didn't die from eating Movite every day, and lunch in the morning going to school. No, being quiet, like guys, it was like getting too much because I had too much of it. But it was okay. I was okay with it. I didn't die. Look at me now. It didn't do anything to me. So I had to make a decision to say, am I going to allow myself to be someone's wife in this school and not focus on my studies and just hope for this guy to come to buy me food? Huh? Really? So I had to turn things around, and I'm glad that I did. I turned my life around. So what's stopping you from turning your life around? What's stopping you from letting go of the things that you think you can depend on to survive, and really allow God to show you what you're capable of? So everyone was able to help me get that and do, all the things that I needed to do. I mean, right now I see how amazing Avon is, how grown how big it is right now. I mean, even influencers are marketing it now. Like, it's just so amazing. And I look at it and I'm like, this is my journey. This is a story of my life. I actually am a product of Avon helping me to get out of my situation, get out of my comfort zone, get out of not believing that I'm capable. And just to give you a short story of how I used to even sell, what I would do, I would have business cards. So I would print, design during my own time, during school hours. I would print at a computer lab. I would print those cards, and then when I'm studying in the library, I would put my products that I'm selling on the table, and put my card. So in the library, you won't disturb me while I'm studying. So if you want to contact me or to buy products, you would take my card. So the card is there and I'm studying. So I was juggling both, and I made sure that I did that. So what I'm trying to say is that your dreams are valid and nothing can stop you from winning. So you turn your life around by making a decision to make things happen. Do not allow anything to stop you from achieving what you want. Do not allow a simple thing as not being able to have bread in the table today and think that tomorrow it will be the same. It doesn't happen like that. There were times where things were that hard that I had roommates that were able to help me out. So I'm not saying that things were that hugely bad, but I'm just being honest to say there were times. I remember even the day that I was able to register after all the strikes were done and all that, and it was on my birthday at the time. I didn't have money, like I didn't have much money. I had to look for a place because I couldn't keep traveling. And the money that I had was to pay rent. And that day I couldn't even go back to Tembisa where I used to stay at my grandparents' house. I couldn't go back there on that day because I needed to get money. I didn't have money. No one could send me money. I slept at my place because I already paid for rent, right? But for me to move in and get my stuff, I had to obviously go fetch them at Tembisa. I didn't have the money that day. I was waiting for my dad to send me money, and it was only going to be sent, the next day because it was late. So I slept there. I didn't even eat anything. I was hungry, but I slept. But no one could see that I'm hungry. I didn't even say much to because I just don't know these people. I just moved in. I can't even ask for food because I didn't have money. But I did not, sometimes your scars should not be seen by people just because you have problems. You don't need to now tell the whole world or be so vulnerable in front of the whole world and make the whole world feel sorry for you. Sometimes you have to give it all to God. Give it all to God and say, God, you know what? I'm going through this. Please be my guide. Please carry me through this. Talk to God. Sometimes you don't need to even say it. People don't even need to see that you didn't eat yesterday. People don't need to see that right now you don't even have money for tomorrow. People don't need to see that the shirt that you have is the only best one that you have. People don't need to see all of those things, and you do not need to say such things that will somehow make you feel like that you want people to feel. You don't need to say things that people will feel sorry for you. Like, you don't want to make people to feel sorry for you and all that. We are not about that. We have passed that stage. There's no need for that. God has got your back. So just bring your best and pray about it. Cry, be vulnerable, be a cry baby when it comes to you talking to God. But after doing that, don't even bother, telling it to the whole world to say, feel sorry for me. No, God is in charge. The fact that you told God about it, it's enough, okay? So we are left with 3 minutes, and I think I'll end it here. Let me check your comments, and then we can wrap it up. This was a lovely conversation. Listen, Aku Hambeg, okay, I read this one. And the temptation for young girls to depend on that kind of help is real, especially because of lack. That is true. That is so true. That is so true, Sibu, because young people really are struggling with that. So it's something that needs to really be looked into. And young girls or, young girls should really realize that there is a way that you can better your life and turn things around without you depending on someone to do things for you, because you lose a part of yourself in the process, and you do not want that. You do not want that. It's a fruitful morning. As I'm doing house chores, I'm encouraged and healed. Thank you so much. You know what? I think I also need to somehow look at what I need to do in my house, because our morning started here, and all of us, we started here like we did not do much. Well, even if you were busy working, but I'm sure that we were not that productive because we were watching. But I'm so grateful. It was very fruitful, Pindi, and thank you so much for your amazing inspiration. We had Sampo says, notification gang. Hey, you got your notification late, my friend, but it's okay. It's okay. You're welcome. So yeah, this was beautiful. we left with like a minute, and I think we just have to wrap this up because we can't go beyond. This was really fruitful. This was a fruitful morning indeed, Pindile and Tabi. Thank you for sharing your story. We are touched and we are moved. We are motivated. We are blessed. Amen. Thank you so much. I'm happy that you guys are touched and blessed. And thank you, all of you guys, for joining. Whether you joined in at the beginning, at the end, it doesn't matter. I still appreciate you. And may you find your life, find yourself. May you turn things around in your life, because it is possible and God will make a way. God always makes a way. Nothing without him is impossible. With him, all things are possible and all things are great. I love you all and I appreciate you. And thank you for being a part of this. Let's do it again tomorrow morning. Mwah. Love you.